Hey guys, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Really quick video because I'm about to take off to one of my holiday Christmas parties. One of many, I might add, but still one. And I'm looking to have some fun, looking to network, looking to make some business happen actually, believe it or not. But I wanted to get this quick question, because it's a good question. One of my CyberDust buddies asked me. So if you don't know what CyberDust is, it's an app for your phone. Get it, add me, Dan Sfera. Basically, we can text each other, but the texts disappear. They self-destruct after 20 seconds. So it says, hey, what are some good marketing ideas to keep PIs and sites engaged and on one accord? So it sounds like somebody from a CRO, although in this case I don't think it is, but it definitely does apply for CROs, project managers who are looking at managing their sites and making sure that they're continuing to enroll, they're continuing to conduct good clinical practice, they're continuing to follow the protocol. Some of these protocols can be quite challenging and difficult to adhere to all the times. So obviously, monetary incentives work. Okay, I don't want to BS. I'm a very practical person. I'm very pragmatic. Financial incentives help a lot. I know from my studies, there are some studies with okay budgets and some studies with really good budgets. And guess what? First of all, we try not to screw up on either because it's bad for you. You never want to screw up. But guess which one we're absolutely 100% almost never going to screw up on? The one with the higher budget, of course. So this is a business. Now, that's the obvious answer. Let's get into some of the less obvious answer, okay? People are willing to work harder and go beyond their capabilities if you show them appreciation. You meaning the one who's asking them to do the work. So if you're a CRO or a CRA and you're asking your PIs or your research sites to do certain things on a regular basis, if you show appreciation for them, they're willing to go out of their way to do it. And it doesn't always have to be monetary. It could just be like a phone call saying, hey, you guys are doing really good. Perfect example. I was a coordinator just last year on a study, and I was doing a good job because, hey, it's me as the coordinator. Okay, it's a no-brainer. Of course I'm going to do a good job. But the monitor sent me an email saying, you're one of the best coordinators I've ever worked with. And I'm not saying this to brag or to toot my own horn because I could care less. I'm not even a study coordinator. I just jumped in because one of my other coordinators could no longer work at the site. So I jumped in and basically took over that study as the coordinator. And he said, you're one of the best coordinators I've ever worked with. Thank you so much. You know how that made me feel? And I don't know if it was a manipulation tactic, but it worked. And I continued screening like a madman for that study. The financial incentives were there, of course, but I did go out of my way. When he would ask me to answer a query within 24 hours, guess what? I would answer his query because he's appreciative of me. He's appreciative of me. So that's one way, is to show your appreciation. Another way is to be available all the time. Okay, so if you're a CRO or a CRA and you're asking your sites to work really hard and enroll a lot of patients and follow the protocol and answer queries, you better be available when they need you to answer questions. I can't tell you how many CRAs are not available at exactly the time that you need them. They're always calling you when you don't need them and when you don't want them to call you. But when you actually have an issue and you have a question and you need an answer right then and there, you've got to call like 5 people until you can get an answer. So that's what I would do if I was a CRO, is make my CRAs absolutely 100% available constantly. If I'm available all the time as Clinical Trial Guru, website founder, through CyberDust, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, email, text, phone calls, CRA running an FDA mandated trial should be available all the time. There's no excuse. Another thing is having a genuine concern for the PIs or the study coordinator's understanding of the protocol. So in my last interview with a study coordinator who works for me, Martina, she said that one of her CRAs actually was quizzing her on the protocol in front of the PI, not to make sure that she understood the protocol, but to make sure that she felt embarrassed in front of the PI for not knowing the protocol. So actually, like, doing the opposite of that would be one way to make sure that you get engagement from your sites. So going out of your way to make sure that they understand the protocol, not trying to embarrass them, perhaps talking to them one-on-one when the PI is not even there to not put them on the spot, things like that. So hopefully this helps answer your question. Obviously, I'm a businessman and financial incentives are best, but these other things could actually be more powerful, believe it or not, and they actually go deeper than money, which is quite superficial. These other things, like confidence, like willingness to help, appreciation, are deeper, and I think they are more effective in the long run. Hopefully this answers your question. Let me know if it doesn't. Dan@theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Send me emails. I'll answer your questions and I'll keep you anonymous. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.